Welcome to Comic and Screen. My name is Sam. Jason is still off getting settled into his new place, so I'll be covering the video here. I'm going to be talking about the premiere of Justice League Action, the new animated Justice League movie, which is on Cartoon Network, but also it's now available on iTunes or Amazon, so I recommend right away to people go check it out, pick it up. It's definitely well worth it. I was very pleasantly surprised. It exceeded my expectations, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the premiere episode, Shazam Slam, which is a 4-part episode because normally these episodes are going to be like of the 11-minute variety, kind of like Teen Titans Go on Cartoon Network. But the first 4 11-minute segments kind of come together to make about a 40-minute episode to kick things off. So first of all, a lot of positive things that I'll have to say, but the first positive thing I have is right there in the title, Shazam Slam. We did get a good dose of Shazam in this first episode, and that's been great because Shazam is one of the characters that I really like that's been missing from DC Rebirth in the comics. So it's nice to have him popping up here in some other media. And I do hear on the comic book side of things that Shazam might be coming in 2017. They have some plans for him, I think, but good to have him here. And especially, so I watched Justice League Action with my 2 little boys, and they definitely really took to Shazam right away. So that was good to bring him in the mix. It was also great having the Wizard Shazam. He had great interactions with Batman to kick things off. It was a nice opening to the episode. I'll try not to give too many spoilers here, but it's just great having Shazam around. And they had good voice acting for Shazam. First of all, Sean Astin playing Shazam and Billy Batson. Really great there. But lots of great voice actors overall. Diedrich Bader on Booster Gold was really great. I think that's a perfect fit for him. Whoever was doing Plastic Man was really good. Cyborg, I like having the same actor playing Cyborg for some consistency from Teen Titans Go to the Lego Justice League movies, which me and my sons watch a lot as well. Those are good. But it has the same voice actor for Cyborg, Carrie Payton. But really good too on John Constantine getting in there. And then probably the best, at least for me, was Kevin Conroy on Bruce Wayne Batman. Just great to hear Kevin Conroy. I think he's the definitive voice for Batman. So it's nice having him bring some consistency to that role. But overall, they also just were well acted. Like they had good personality, good energy, and good interactions between them where, I don't know how they recorded it, if they were actually together when they recorded their parts, but they had good dynamics between the characters. So it makes me think that either they had really good voice direction or they actually were there together playing off each other. So that was really good. In addition to the great voice cast, there was also great animation and action. And so, put that together, that's how you can kind of tell that this is a good show, something that I really enjoyed. But the action was well delivered, really good physicality, good kinetic energy, motion. The fights, you could kind of feel the impact, and they did a really good job planning those out and executing them. And it was a good story, too, on this first episode. So the episode had kind of 4 little mini arcs where you could see this threat and this thing that had to happen, and those were the 4 smaller episodes. But it also was one good overarching story to get Shazam and get all the Justice League together and to get them, well, I won't spoil the end too, but put them in a good place for the rest of the series. So really good ebbs and flow, good pacing, good threats. I just really enjoyed it. It was all put together well. The action and the animation, it does have a style to it, so if you don't like the style, it might take a little bit of getting used to. But for me, I locked into the style right away, and in terms of the look of the characters and then how they're moving and stuff, and I thought it worked really well. So for me, it's just lots of really good things. They nailed the Trinity, a good collection of characters. Plastic Man is becoming a fast favorite for me and my little boys, so that was great. My negatives are really only a few nitpicky things. So the Bat logo on Batman is not my favorite logo. Maybe I just need to get used to it, but to me it's kind of too elongated and coming down. The Superman S, it's not my favorite S. I might have to get used to it, but it also seemed like the S was changing a little bit from shot to shot, but maybe, they'll get used to it. Maybe I'll get used to it. There was no Flash in this episode, which is definitely noticeable that he was missing. I think he's coming a few episodes down the line, so he'll be there, but it just was too bad that he wasn't in this kickoff episode. And Green Lantern almost wasn't in it, but he does come in towards the end. The one thing that's maybe a larger downside that hopefully they'll correct in the future is it was definitely a male-heavy cast. Wonder Woman was basically carrying the whole load in terms of women characters, so hopefully they have some women characters ready to go that they'll be introducing and giving prominent roles in the future. And I do see that Granny Goodness is coming, so that will be female character played by Cloris Leachman, so that's kind of interesting. Some other cool voice actors that are coming up later are Michael Dorn, who from Star Trek Next Generation, who's a good voice actor, and Brent Spiner, also from Star Trek TNG, so that'll be cool to see them coming. But John DiMaggio's coming, Mark Hamill's already here. Mark Hamill did Swamp Thing in this episode, but he's also going to be doing the Joker later. But hopefully when they are adding more characters in, they're adding some female characters. But the thing that's really exciting for me is that this Justice League Action, it further addresses a critique that I had a few years ago. So if you watch my channel, you know I love Man of Steel. One complaint I had about Man of Steel, though, was that it was pretty adult-oriented, sophisticated themes, dealing with real adult kind of problems in a sophisticated way. And the action, can get a little bit overwhelming for kids. So that was one thing I didn't like about Man of Steel, was that it was not really an all-ages family movie. But I loved it as an adult. I loved Man of Steel. And I was sort of complaining at that time that DC Warner Brothers wasn't bringing up the next generation of DC fans, but they've completely taken care of that the last couple years. Superhero Girls is really great with graphic novels and the TV show, the YouTube channel, toys. Young Justice 3 is coming back, so that's another thing kind of for a little bit older but still children-oriented. Teen Titans Go has been going strong. Now we have Justice League Action. There's the Lois Lane novels that have been good by Gwenda Bond. So they've really brought in a whole suite of things, media, for young kids. The Lego Justice League movies that I mentioned before. Really young kids, and then kind of preteens. They all do have something good for DC, Warner Brothers, and they're actually pretty good quality, I think, so it is going to hook a lot of, hopefully, a new generation in. And then it's nice because Man of Steel, BVS, being more adult-oriented, that gives us, the adults, something that we can really sink our teeth into. So I think they have the full slate now, and Justice League Action's a great addition to that. So check it out. It's on iTunes, Amazon. If you don't get Cartoon Network, check it out. It's definitely well worth it. I'm very excited about the season.